Hey y'all, it's me, Kat McLeod, and today I'm going to be walking you through an effortless eyeshadow tutorial. I love eyeshadow, it's my favorite thing. So without further ado, let's go. Gotta get my mirror out. So the products that we're using today are going to be really simple. I've already done my face makeup, I've already primed my eyes and set them with our face powder. This is a commitment, people. So I'm going to be going in with only 3 eyeshadow shades, but one of them I'm kind of substituting. So we are going in with this palette. It is from Wet n Wild. We're going to be going in with this lightest matte shade, and then this medium matte shade, and this dark matte shade. This lightest matte shade is not as pigmented as I want for the video, so I'm going to be substituting with their Color Icon Single, but I just figured we would keep things simple, only do 3 shades and keep them all matte. I'm also only going to be using one brush. This is from Wet n Wild again. This is their large eyeshadow brush. It's kind of got the benefits of being a flat brush and being able to pack on pigment, and being a fluffy brush and being able to blend out pigment and sort of fluff it out. Trying to open it. So I'm going to start by just tapping my brush in there and poof, and poof, and poof. Oh my gosh. Clear the air. So we're going to be taking this light shade and fluffing it all over the entire lid space, from lashes to brows. Now I am setting until no part of my lids are sticky. Next we're going to go in with our medium shade, this transition shade right here. This palette is really easy, it's like $5. It makes it really effortless to find your transition shades because it literally has a word on there that says transition. Thank you, Wet n Wild. This video is not sponsored, sadly. So I'm going to just use it on one side of my brush, and I am just going to put that right on the underside of my brow bone or in that crease area. And I like to keep my eye mostly open for this part, so I'm trying not to lose that natural shadow. I'm moving in outward circles, I'm moving in windshield wiper motions, whatever it takes. I'm also going to take a little bit of that and put it on the outer half of my lid, and that's just going to help that dark shade that we put there later to blend into the lighter area of the lid towards the inner corner. You can always build it up. That is one of the keys to eyeshadow and one of the gold star principles of makeup. When in doubt, build in light layers. Sometimes even when you're not in doubt. Sometimes you're like, I got this, and then you go in way too hard and you're like, I didn't got this. I'm kind of creating this arrow effect so that my eye looks like it's pointing up and outward. It's gonna lift the eye, make me look a little bit younger, and create that sexier cat eye effect. We call that in makeup the outer V. Now I'm going to take some of this darker shade, and I'm only going to take it on the tip of the brush. I'm also going to tap it off a couple of times. I'm going to kind of practice with it on my hand to see what kind of pigmentation I'm getting. That way I don't just go in and like shock myself because I can't change the past. I'm keeping this very low on my lid space and really close to those lashes. I'm trying to make it look almost like the lashes are fluffing into my eyelid and just blooming outwards. I'm also drawing it in a line that kind of points up towards the tail of my brow, because again, I want to be sexy, and that's it. So the further out you put that shade on the eyes, the bigger your eyes are going to look because you're preserving lid space for the light to fall on. I try to make my eyes look as big as humanly possible because, girl, I need it. Right now I am using the bristles on that outer part of the brush, and I am blending that darker color into my medium color. That way it is not harsh in any way. It is totally okay to use your fingers in makeup as long as they're clean. I am just making this outer corner a little bit more dramatic, so I put a little bit more shadow on this brush on that fluffy area. So at this point with the second pass, I'm kind of moving this shadow in to where it covers probably a third of the lid. Still not moving and covering the entire lid, still staying on the outer area, still staying nice and low, but we're covering a little bit more area. With as many layers as you need and blend for as long as you need. Now, I am going to tap back into that transition shade, and I am going to pat it on that area where the lightest part meets the darkest part. So you may notice that this takes away a little bit of your darkness. That is okay. Now, another gold star principle of makeup is that it is much easier to put dark on top of light than the other way around. The more you go back and forth between light and dark going right on top of each other, the muddier your colors can look because they're starting to mix together and create one single gray tone. Now I'm going to go back into my Brulee single, and I am going to put that on the inner corner, and I'm going to try to highlight up here, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I brushed off my brush before I put it back in here, that way I wouldn't start muddying my colors. That should bring a lot of contrast to the look. Contrast equals interest. The eye is naturally drawn to areas of more contrast. These dang clouds keep moving in and changing my light. Okay, now I am going to take my finger in here, just a little bit of this stuff, and I'm going to come on the inner corner, and I'm going to try to keep this nice and high on my inner corner right here. And the other side. That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. And meow, I'm going to tap into this color, and I'm going to put it underneath the eye. You're like, wait a second. Whoa! Because didn't we cover up our dark circles earlier? You are correct, my young friend. The reason why we go ahead and put some shadow under the bottom lashes is so that it looks like your eyeball is casting a shadow because it's so huge and voluminous. There's that explanation. I'm looking up as I do this so that it doesn't fluff directly into my eyeball. I highly recommend tapping this thing off vigorously. That way you don't fluff dust into your eyeball and wind up with your eyes watering all day and people asking, are you okay? And you're like, no, my makeup looks terrible. I'm taking a little bit more of that super dark shade. I am going to put it on the outer corner of my bottom lash, really, really close to my lashes, because I want it to look like my lashes are casting a shadow now. I'm more patting this in than like actually swiping it, because again, I don't want to swipe it and it poof. So we are pretty much done with the eye look itself. This is the finished product. You basically put light on the inside, dark on the outside, and some medium in the middle. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and put on mascara, and I will be right back. Alright, my darling viewers, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please just drop me a thumbs up. Helps my ego a lot. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment. Also, you can feel free to follow me on Twitter or Instagram. My handle is @wardrobewalker. I will be happy to interact with you guys. I love talking with friends online. And yeah, I will enjoy making another video for you and posting it soon. Okay, bye!